just like yours to build the digital brand and monetize it. Now, if you're watching this right now from different channels, whether that may be Facebook or Instagram, or that might be through YouTube, or that might be through LinkedIn, yeah, feel free to just a couple of minutes hanging out there, and yeah, feel free to share your ideas. We are talking today all about digital marketing, especially digital and offline, and for your higher ROI. Yeah, we'd love to know how you are, positioning, or how your strategy you have in place for 2021 for your marketing, aiming to generate more leads or more sales or more opportunities for your business. All right. Without any further ado, let's get into it. So first thing, we talk this topic itself, because I was on the phone just now, and we're talking about not just the digital, but clients are ranging, looking for a whole offline and digital sides, and then trying to mix. So to all aim is to get a higher ROI. So let's give you a little bit. When you think about digital marketing, what is, I'm curious, what are you using? What channels are you using right now? So yeah, just type it, whatever the top 3 channels you are using. So whether that may be through Google, obviously Google is a very popular, whether that may be SEO or through Google Ads, or that might be through YouTube ads. So YouTube is YouTube strategy is getting really cooler. I mean, we have seen some of for our clients with a very little budget that the ads are getting really, really well. So YouTube is another, or that might be just through the Facebook. So you might be you might have a Facebook page, or you might be just doing the posting, but you may not have generated real leads from Facebook, or nurturing leads or retargeting leads from Facebook. So that might be another avenue to generate more B2C, especially leads. But if you're typically on a business to business level, looking for the decisions maker, looking for the chief C-suites or any sort of the decision makers, then obviously LinkedIn is almost a no-brainer, because the beauty of the LinkedIn is you can choose your clients who you want to work with. You can choose your companies. You can choose your ideal client who want to work with. And I think the last episodes we have dealt with one of my LinkedIn experts, with Selena, and I hope that has been a value to you. But if you haven't tuned that episodes, just log on to our YouTube channel on The Digital Perspective, and you can find all the detail. So we touched on digital marketing. We touched on obviously about the Google, obviously about Facebook. So what else? YouTube is, it's a part of the Google family, so that comes around. Now, other things might be is for the SEO and Google. The GMB, Google Business Listing, is also getting very popular. So it is well for, especially if you have physical presence, well to optimize those sort of things. So these are some ideas for you, but I'm curious if there is anything you are using right now to generate your leads. Yeah, let us know, and yeah, we'll love to know what is your strategy in place for 2021 in terms of the digital marketing. Now let's go to the second half, which is offline marketing. When you talk about offline, many times people say, oh, look, offline is dead. And don't get me wrong. Yes, especially in the COVID, we have seen offline is almost no, because all the events has been cancelled. There's not much anything in the drop, letterbox drop, or any sort of the event, especially networking. All this had been dropped out. However, now a couple of things. If you are watching this, just write it down. However, we are seeing that signage is always is the best strategy. Other day as well, I was with one of our client, with a cosmetic client, and we're just looking, premium websites, everything, but the signage is not up to that level. So signage, I'm talking about whether that may be on your practice or your office or your car or whatever it might be, the signage might be an important factor for your business. Now, other things which we are noticing and we are implementing for a number of our clients is a direct mail, which is mail, sending a leaflet to add value. And obviously, many times we have also seen that people are using the direct mail just to sending these flyers or distributions. Perhaps you may not have implemented to use QR codes. And nowadays, obviously, people are more, with all these COVID, people are more familiar with just scanning that QR code. So probably it is better now to track those brochures or those direct mails, whether that be using the QR codes or that might be using some codes, special codes. So when they go to your e-commerce website or any of the website, we can track that how many how many people have booked, how many people have consumed. So it's all about that test and measure to find the ROI for sure. And what else? So print advertising, which also go hand in hand with direct mail, because you can't just post anything. You need to have a compelling factor, giving the value to your clients or your patients or any of the prospects you are working through. And obviously, aim is to generate the appointments or getting the other appointments. Now, also on the offline marketing strategy, there comes the database, which is, so many times I often heard that, the many business, especially they have 5-7 years, they have a database and they may buy the database, but they are sitting in almost in a gold mine and literally do nothing. So the idea here is to getting that cleaned up, getting the data mining properly of that database, see whether that is a value to your business or not, is also so important. And that all comes on an offline strategy. And that's where, the key here is to not just focusing just digital, obviously with one voice or one channel, but idea here is to really use the multi-channel or multi-touch in a multi-channel. So probably what we are saying is, you don't have to be involved on all the digital channels. I'm not saying you have to involve on all the offline marketing, but perhaps you can think, okay, next 90 days, next 90 days, perhaps you can use 2 or 3 channels effectively, whether that may be your Google ads or YouTube ads, that might be, and then that can back it up on the same campaign with the offline marketing. So I'll give you examples like, okay, so you have this landing page, you design the landing page, specific landing page for the specific service, whether that may be high-end service or low-end service, whatever the product you want to sell. And then obviously that is through the ads, you are running that ads. And then obviously within the local area marketing, you are also distribute the flyers or direct mail. So when people really get those flyers, when they go on a Facebook, they also see your ads. So it's all about that multi-touch. So it's not just focusing on, okay, we say distributing that flyer, but also about using those concepts, using the same campaign, using the same promotions in your other strategies. So ideally what we are saying is pretty much digital and offline can marry well for your higher ROI. So that's just the one example, but other example which we are also implementing for a lot of our clients, and we are excited to have a specific team and PR, which means a lot of our clients, they see a growth scales and they are onto that level where they want more expansion, more growth, or they are buying more another subsidies of the business. Then also we are noticing that they are just ready to get the PR campaign, which means they are ready for the going to the medias, going to the the industry specific magazines, or they are going ready for Channel 7, or that may be Channel 9, whatever it might be. So that can also help. So from digital to obviously through PR, through offline marketing or TV or other ads. Now also other way around as well, with when you have those ads on the TVs or ads on a certain things, you can also track that, or those bits, or those clips, you can also re-trigger that on your digital medias, which means through your YouTube, or that might be through your LinkedIn ad, or that might be through your Facebook ads. And we have seen enormous clients, the success on mixing of both online versus offline. So it's not just the online versus, but online and offline, mixing those for your higher ROI. So I hope that's give you a bit of idea, but all I'm trying to say is, okay, look, it can't be just standalone digital only. It can't be standalone offline. You got to have a campaign when you're designing, or if you're looking on the marketing higher ROIs, a higher growth, you got to mix with the both. Perhaps some of the marketing ads, but also back it up with direct mails, or that might be some events. And I know we don't know what the events, whether that may be where the events would be, but perhaps we can confidently about the virtual events. So that might be another way, like webinars. I mean, some of our clients, we are seeing amazing results for the webinars just to educate the clients. So that might be another way, or that might be streaming, just we are doing right now. So here are some ideas, but all we are focused in is creating tomorrow's business today, which means obviously focus on your both digital marketing and offline marketing to get higher ROI. I hope that's been value for you. And if you have any questions or any burning issues, yeah, feel free to flick me a quick email. Here is the email, praveen@viznetwork.com.au. I can see a couple of our friends are watching these episodes. Hello, and to my friend and Graham. I'll pick up the phone and talk to people. Yeah, that's great. And a bit of old school. Yes, I know, Graham. It's a little bit old school, but if that works, why not? So again, all we are trying to do is, is just being a standout. And I'm the same. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm the same. Obviously, we do a lot of things in digital, but sometimes people just like, if you just ring them, it's just there's just it's just different ways of communicating ways. So again, it's not, we can't just rely on one channels, and sometimes it's very, very hard, I know, is which channels to choose from. And the beauty is we have to test and measure. And sometimes you may think this is, but clients may not feel the value, like as Graham just touched, phone, talk to the people. I mean, perfect. But some of the people, especially the generations, living in different generations, 5 generations plus, which means obviously the different, so they may not like to talk. They may just like to SMS. So we don't know. So we have to find out what would they prefer, especially if you think for the client perspectives, if you're thinking about what clients are consuming, what they are communicating in. I think that is the best way, and that is always our preference. Is it's not about you, it's all about the client, it's all about them, what they are consuming, where they are at, and that's how it makes difference. And some of our clients, even now, I mean, we have never used the WhatsApp as much in official level, but from last year onward, I mean, God, a lot of things is backing it up, which means WhatsApp is going crazy for all our clientele, including in healthcare, like in dentistry, in cosmetics, all are using WhatsApp to communicate with the clients, and practice managers are there, receptionists are there. It's so easy to flow. Now I have got my another friend here. Hello from Harry. Hello, Harry. How are you? Good to see you. Right. Great that you are doing well. I just see your message. Yep. So this is all about, again, we're talking here is a multi-channel and multi-touch. So you can't just rely on one channel. That's what we are talking. So obviously I see Harry does so many on radios. He's the guru on radios and others, and obviously so many digital as well. But it's just have to mix up those channels and all about tracking, all about higher ROI. So I hope that's been a value to you. And if there's anything specific you want to talk about, or if there's any challenges, again, feel free to reach out to me at praveen@viznetwork.com.au. And if we can be a value to you in creating your more leads or more sales or more opportunities, especially if you're looking for more referrals, yeah, feel free to get in touch and see how we can be a service to you. All right. Thanks once again. It's been lovely talking. If there's anything, yeah, just let us know, and I will see you on the next episodes. Thanks again. Bye for now.